Hello, my name is Kurt, and today I'll be doing a review on Marlboro Black. Nice pack design, I really like it. It's pretty cool. And it's nice to touch inside the foil that's usually silver or just like white or whatever. It's black, so that's pretty cool. Now, I smoked one already, so I have a general impression about it. Let's fire one up right now. The thing that's different is that this has, hold on, let me see, cameras. Yeah, it has the Marlboro kind of in the paper. It's not stamped out, it's not stamped in ink like Marlboro Reds. It's windy. Alright. As I was smoking the first one, I immediately noticed that the filter is a lot more softer and squishy. Not necessarily as soft and squishy as a Camel filter, for example. If you ever smoke Camel filters, you know that as you smoke it, the filter gets softer and softer, and then once you get towards the end, it just becomes like almost melted. It's like super squishy, and the paper starts falling apart. It really sucks. That's one of the things that I don't like about Camel filters, is that the filter is just too soft. If it had a hard filter, it probably would have been my go-to cigarette because I get coupons. Now, talking about coupons, the reason why I bought this is because I had a coupon in the mail from Marlboro for $2 off a pack, and then I also got another one for $1 off a pack. So I used a $2 off a pack, and it was pretty good. It ended up being cheaper than the Camel filters after using a coupon as well, because with the coupon filter, with the Camel filters, I get $2 off every time too, but these ended up cheaper. Not enough rambling. Let's get into the cigarette itself. Definitely a lot smoother than a Marlboro Red. Like Marlboro Red has that kick, that harshness. This still has a heavy like throat hit and sort of a heavy body, because it says on the package right here, bold flavor on the bottom. It definitely has a bold flavor, but doesn't really taste like a Marlboro Red. It tastes like a Marlboro Red with something added, with more, not necessarily a better flavor, because Marlboro Reds are flavor packed and they're still a pretty good flavor. This is just a different sort of flavor. It's just a lot more darker, I want to say. I guess that's why it's Marlboro Black. A lot more heavier, a lot more kind of smokier. Whereas the Marlboro Reds are more of like a nice tobacco-y sort of harsh, rich flavor. These are like sort of a damp, like sort of swampy, heavy flavor. Pretty smooth, like I said. But it still has that kick, still has that body, still has that throat hit, but it's just smoother. It's not as dry, it's not as harsh as a Marlboro Red. The thing that I don't like about these, that I'm getting right off of smoking the first one and then smoking this one, is that it leaves a strange taste in your mouth. It's hard to describe. It's like a bitter sort of bitter, chemically sort of heavy type of aftertaste. I don't really mind it. I think it's something you'll get used to as you go along, but like Marlboro Reds, they leave your mouth with an aftertaste of like sort of rich, flavorful tobacco. Obviously chemicals as well, and flavorings and all that stuff as well, but it's a different type of flavoring and it's a different type of chemical taste. Like I said, this has like a bitter, sort of damp, swampy aftertaste. It's not bad. I don't really mind it. Nicotine hit, so to speak. It's pretty good. I want to say that the initial rush is stronger than the Marlboro Red. But overall, the Marlboro Reds are so stronger in general because they give you a heavier hit, a harsher hit. So I want to say that it hits you harder over time as you smoke them. These just like, they give you like an immediate hit, and then it just kind of like wears off. You don't really feel that much unless you keep smoking them. So a lot of emo girls smoke these, by the way. I noticed that. Emo girls I hang out with smoke usually Marlboro Blacks or Camel Crushes. It's always like that. It's like when I see an emo girl and I see that she's a smoker, I already know it's going to be Camel Crush or Marlboro Blacks. It always is, most of the time. I don't know why. Maybe it's the whole black thing. Oh, it's gothic. It's so, like, dark and heavy, man. Camel Crushes. I'm not really a fan of menthols. Don't dig them at all. Rather just smoke something pure, something just regular tobacco flavor. So that's it. Would I recommend these? I mean, yeah, they're a bit cheaper than Marlboro Reds without coupons and stuff like that. They're not too much cheaper, but they're still a bit cheaper. You know, a couple cents here and there. Would I recommend them? Sure. What would I give them? 7.5 out of 10, maybe. Would I get them again? Yeah, I probably would, because they're cheap. But if I had to choose between these or Marlboro Reds, it really depends on the mood I'm in, but I think I would lean more towards the Marlboro Reds, honestly. These are good winter smokes. If you're a pipe tobacco smoker or a cigar smoker, you kind of know that the heavier flavors, like the smokier latakias or just the heavier, earthier flavors, are better for like the winter for some reason. I don't know why. In the summer, it's kind of overwhelming. Like if you smoke a bold like cigarette like this, you just kind of like the heat and all that stuff, it becomes kind of overpowering to a certain degree. So in the summer I like not necessarily smoother things, but just like kind of neutral things, you know? So that's it. Filter's getting really squishy towards the end. Just like Camel filters, like I said, but not as squishy as the Camel filters, but still. I don't really like the squishy filters. As you see here, I'm almost at the end. And like I said, if this was a Marlboro Red, I would be smoking like the inked Marlboro part already. But since this is this, it has this like paper overlapping thing. So I guess you could smoke it to the end, but it's gonna taste a little nasty. It's already tasting pretty shitty towards the end. But that's it. Don't want to make this video too long. Hope that helped. If you see these, I mean, try them, you know? It's worth a shot. Maybe you'll find your new go-to, because like I said, they're cheaper. I want to try out the Marlboro Edges, the Marlboro Black Edges or whatever still. Southern Cut, all those. But I don't know. You know, Winston Reds are always my go-to. Camel filters, when I get the coupons, are pretty good. Winston Reds are cheaper than these, and to me, they're just a great flavor. They have that like harsh, dry flavor that I'm looking for, and that rich flavor I'm looking for without being too overpowering. And they burn longer. I want to say these burn a bit longer than Marlboro Reds too, but not by much. Peace out, people.